Welcome to the Republic of Sovereigns. Sovereignty is within you. Hello. The legal illusion of the Matrix concerning a man starts with a forced birth certificate which, for some reason, is pawned in financial institutions. In consequence of this crime, the newborn unknowingly and without own consent participates in the national debt. Nationality, race, and religion are imprinted by programmed parents who underwent the same process as newborns. Government representatives generate odious debts, burdening citizens, and sometimes even generations of citizens, only to reap benefits offered by true and direct beneficiaries like financial cartels, corporations, other governments, military-industrial complex, or pharmaceutical industry. Call it what you will. Gratifications for signatories and their superiors are often concealed as securities, non-refundable bank loans, honorary titles, medals, and decorations from foreign states or institutions, payment for idiotic biographies with a guaranteed purchase of the entire print run, lead awards such as the Nobel Prize or honoris causa certificates, cushy jobs at corporations and international institutions, also well-placed children at elite universities or academic titles obtained as if by magic.
It's important to show how particularly we value our relationship and alliance with Israel. The Polish army is present in Iraq to a significant extent due to our ties with Washington. Our army is present and will be present in even greater numbers in Lebanon for the same reasons. Our respective services cooperate with yours on numerous fronts, also due to what I mentioned earlier. This is the case, and I can assure you that although governments in Poland change, and in every democratic state, sometimes one side wins and sometimes the other, we won recently. It cannot be ruled out that someone else will win in the future. We wouldn't want that, of course. It cannot be ruled out. The policy toward Israel will not change, because
there are also elements of blackmail or ordinary intelligence activity. Obvious examples include the modern plandemic, the construction of a nuclear power plant, or purchases for the army, both on scandalous terms or invisible oxygen ventilators, crumbling highways, weird modernizations, and so on and so forth. Human resources pay for this, all based on the previously mentioned birth certificates. The state generates endless legal paperwork, and the man, having lost all his dignity and awareness of who and what he is, chases after it. At this point, you are a citizen, a taxpayer, a believer, or not. The latter doesn't matter, as the clergy will still receive the tribute for the slave of KL Poland, that is, the exploitation camp called the Republic of Poland. Assigning you a tax identification or insurance and other numbers is identical to numbering of merchandise, products, or of livestock. Tagging animals, issuing documents, certificates, and vaccination cards equals treating them as objects. Officials make decisions about their fate, often based on directives that result from the corruption of their superiors. Examples: the mass slaughter of animals suspected of carrying asymptomatic or insignificant diseases like bird flu, or mandatory vaccinations with preparations that cause immense harm or ruin the qualities of meat, milk, or eggs. Do you see any analogies? In the Matrix, you are Mr. Kowalski or Mr. Master Engineer Kowalski, and even if you are a professor, general, or minister, your name is merely a label on the merchandise. An enormous number of documents, licenses, titles, and permissions have been created so that you can approach some level of illusion of sovereignty and dignity, while the dignity is what you've always had, and that is inalienable. In my life, I've had the pleasure of meeting real world-class individuals. These truly outstanding people, when greeting, would shake hands, look you in the eye, and address you as their interlocutor by your first name, asking for reciprocity. Their legal illusion had long been inactive, and they only reached for it to cross the outposts of Agent Smith's network, at border crossings, checkpoints, or city halls. What does the world of free people look like? Look in the Amazonia or in the reservations of indigenous people rounded up on their land by often invisible administrative boundaries of invisible rulers encoded in books, laws, agreements, treaties, and so on. It has taken me many years to understand and seek a solution to this overwhelming knowledge. If you think there is no way out of this, it means you still don't know how this social pathology arose, and you do not understand how this artificial world really functions. Fortunately, it is a large and gigantic balloon that is slowly losing air, thanks to people like you. Perhaps there are about 8 billion people on Earth, and they probably inhabit less than 5% of the Earth's surface as it is presented to us. Most of these people are chained to the oars of a galley, which fulfills the disgusting fantasies of a handful of degenerates. The only shackles are made of fear, often irrational or scaled up. Such is everyday life before your very eyes, isn't it? Mass movements and revolutions, one after the other, are of little significance and are usually inspired, controlled, or taken over for the benefit of those managing the galley slaves. Enslaved minds will never create a free world. A nation of slaves will never create a sovereign state. Maybe we should start with every ordinary person who is already ready to leave this circus. Remember the checkpoints waiting for your slave identification and permissions. You can be punished or placed in a psychiatric hospital if you say you don't need driver's license no more, nor ID card, nor a license for a sheaf binder. All these licenses, IDs, and permissions pertain to the slave and are in the registers, in the books, glued virtually to the states, creating altogether one and the same legal illusion. These are labor and exploitation camps, as I mentioned earlier. But where are they located? On Earth. And where are the borders of these states? In books, and sometimes you can see a checkpoint or a henhouse fence, but that is an illusion. And where do the citizens live? On Earth, but they think they live in books and on a paper. But I am Polish, Catholic, and a fan of Legia Warsaw. You are probably also a doctor of medical sciences and have a ready-made instruction for dealing with an asymptomatic lethal reset. A conscious person living on Earth is sovereign. Such a sovereign lives on earth, and the only boundaries that apply to him are the boundaries of his own imagination and courage. An intelligent sovereign connects with others like him, and they independently from the system make decisions about their fate. There is no need to do this globally. You have your home, village, town, decide and act, and above all, don't feed office cows anymore, nor the odious debts. Many savvy sovereign people have created a union, which they have called the Republic of Sovereigns, and more traditionally in our ancient culture, we have called this union the Commonwealth of Sovereigns. The Commonwealth of Sovereigns, aka the Republic of Sovereigns, is just a symbol and a sign meant to inform clearly that you are part of a unification of conscious and active people who will no longer listen on their knees to the deceptive frontmen and their masters. But there is also no need to fight. Each of us is a tiny cog that jumped out of the machine, cutting the balloon, and its air is escaping. More and more often, we see the panic and the truly pathetic sight of these gnomes called elites, who clung themselves to the balloon basket like a limpet. At every checkpoint, we can present sovereign information indicating that you have all rights reserved and you are subject only to yourself. You are the Republic, the authority, the manager of your life, and the decision maker about your offspring and about your possessions. We have prepared a sovereign birth certificate where you are the full beneficiary, decision maker, and authority, period. Our RPS.international administration only ensures that Matrix understands your message. You are free. We have prepared a sovereign card for you and your children. We are finishing the development of other documents that will make it easier for you to travel and function in the shadow of the Matrix illusion. Freedom, I love and understand. Freedom, I cannot give away.
Tak niewiele żądam, tak niewiele pragnę, tak niewiele widziałem, tak niewiele zobaczę.